Hello, darlings. Happy Resurrection Sunday, baby. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Today's Cool Out Gear is brought to you by once again the Killer Lipstick, a company who makes these t-shirts. And we are going with old school Nas, Queensbridge Nas. A picture of Nas in his 20s standing right directly in front of Queensbridge on the bench. Alright? Shout out to probably what people would say is old school hip hop right now. Anytime you can transcend time, liquefy it, and make it not count. I don't consider some of the greatest rappers to be old school. You know, I just don't. Because they street dudes with logic, and a lot of the principles that they have, although they may have changed a little bit because their lifestyle has changed, they still have a strong code of ethics, of family, and love and responsibilities, and that there's no time limit on that. You can't be old school for that, in my opinion. So moving forward, today is Resurrection Sunday, baby. You know what I'm saying? Today is a day that they say, you know, Christ is risen. And with it being Resurrection Sunday, I want to bring to your attention your own resurrection through the heartbreak. A new you has been born. So as long as during your healing process that you have made progress, congratulations to your rebirth. As long as the progress that you have made did not in any way, shape, form, or fashion hurt anyone else outside of you on any level, congratulations on your progress. Continue to press forward and do what is best for you so that you can continue on your healing journey and become the best version of yourself. So, and don't get it twisted. There will be many rebirths and resurrections throughout your life process, because we should always aspire to constantly evolve. You know, I don't feel like we should ever get comfortable in the stage in our life where we stay there. Remember, nothing grows in comfortability. So this is just, I'm wanting to relay a positive message to you today, to simply keep going. Don't ever get comfortable where you like, you know what, I'm going to sit right here so that, you know, your body and mind and even spirit starts to display signs of leveling up, but you have made a conscious decision not to. No, we're not doing that. We're not motherfucking doing that. So, in regard to Resurrection Sunday, happy rebirth to you at any stage of healing you are in today. And, you know, just to add on, I was thinking, right? Because different people, you know, heal in different type of ways. Like for me, what I decide to do with my idle time, because similar to an addict, right? Idle time is one of the worst things that you can do in your healing process. And what I mean by idle time is anytime that boredom begins to set in, you must find something constructive and positive to do, or it is a high probability that you could result back to revisiting a situation simply out of fucking boredom. Whether that situation was a past situation, whether it was a toxic situation, simply because you are bored. So if you know yourself, you want to get into something constructive, whether it's spending time with your family, whether it's spending more time with yourself or finding a new hobby, reading, writing, getting into holistic medicines, getting into a new venture, whether you want to further your career, take on a new career, go back to school, take up a form of physical therapy. If it's not originally physical therapy, in the full sense of the word, maybe it can be getting a gym membership, or like I have like I have signed up for, I decided to go ahead and give a new form of physical therapy a try. Just the idea of it is a little intimidating to me, but I already accepted the challenge, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But just a reminder not to allow your time to be idle. Always try to use your time wisely, and in the means to be able to benefit yourself. I actually really don't have too much idle time, so the new physical therapy that I set up will have to take place during vacation time, when I'm on vacation, because my idle time happens to be my job. That happens, when my thoughts start to wander, because maybe it happens to be a slow day at work, which a slow day at work is good, but that means that it's actively slow. It means that I don't have to put in a lot of activity, but it doesn't stop my mental from being highly active. And so if my body isn't physically active and I'm having a physically slow day at work, sometimes my mind and my thoughts may get idle, and I may pick up some unhealthy thoughts. So what I do now is I revisited a hobby that I love to do, which is reading, because I really love to stay informed. I am a Virgo, and Virgos, amongst other signs I'm sure, but I can only tell you about a Virgo, we like to stay well equipped mentally, right? So I have a book that I'm reading, but I also like to think of what type of experiences I want to have in my future. What do I want my future life to look like? And in order for me to get there, I feel that I have to sort of implement some type of planning, some type of idea, because, well, everything happens in divine timing. It is true. But also with free will, we do have some say-so about the direction of our destiny. So I am now planning what it is that I want for my future. And it is time. It is time for me to develop an exit strategy, because I'm glad to announce that I have 6 years left until it is time for me to retire. Now, we all know, oftentimes, when you're on a healing journey, which is for the duration of your lifetime, because experiences are like a roller coaster, and so we always will have different things to heal from, different experiences to heal from. But in the midst of I am just trying to see what direction I want to take my life in, and I'm giving myself an outline. Of trying to retire with grace. So I got some things planned for myself, and I wanted to share some of the ideas with you of what you can do, just in case your idle thoughts or idle time happens to get the best of you, or maybe you may get stuck at a certain point in your healing process, because that has happened to me too. I thought the best way to deal with my emotion was to stop running from it. So I stopped running from it at some point, and I sat in it and I combed through every little piece and particle of it. But then I kind of got stuck there. And so I'm just trying to give you some ideas of what you can do in order not to get stuck in the healing process, or in certain parts of the healing process. And for you to be able to move forward. Spend time with sincere people. And if you don't have any sincere people in your life that you can spend time with, there's a divine one, the Creator, in which you can spend time with. Because sometimes that's a part of the lesson too. We need to feed into and sow a seed into our spirituality, our spiritual side, our relationship. And sometimes when worldly things, because when you are a child of the Creator, sometimes worldly things can definitely grab our attention and distract us from our relationship. And so there's a need and a requirement for your attention to be redirected to your relationship with the Creator, because we are we are in the world, but we are not of it. And so sometimes your attention needs to be redirected to your relationship with the Creator, so that you can remember who you truly are and the direction that you should be going. And while distraction ain't necessarily a bad thing, it can become a toxic trait when you are too worldly and totally disregard your spiritual side. In all things there is balance, and balance between spirituality and your humanity is very important. I hope I touched on everything, because I have this crazy kind of habit that when I go on live with you guys and I talk to you guys, my mind is still going. I'm still thinking. But yes, I plan to retire gracefully. And what I mean by retire gracefully is I want to be able to transition into the next phase of my life with grace and with as much ease as possible. And with roughly around 6 years ago, that is that's actually not a lot of time. So I am diligently working on my exit strategy, my transition strategy, setting up what I feel needs to be done that will help me transition into the next phase of my life with ease and grace. And this is basically just a reminder to keep going, to maybe help you implement some things. Like I said, in case you get stuck in a certain point of your healing process, feel free to give yourself a break. The healing process, Jah says, the healing process takes up a huge part of our life. Most of the time, we are healing from something. So if you need a break, feel free to give yourself a break. Too much of anything is not good for you. Even healing. You cannot work on healing 24 hours a day, 7 days out of the week, 8 days out of the week. You can't do that. That is not healthy. You need to give yourself a break, some rest. Allow yourself some grace. Okay? So, Set up a spa day, set up a massage day, set up a retreat for yourself. And this is alert. This is an alert. Usually for my birthday, every year, I have a party, and the very next morning after the party, I plan a trip to go away to some island somewhere like that. But taking that into account, I'm going to do something slightly different this year for my birthday. This year for my birthday, I am going to plan a retreat for the group, actually. And I'm going to do it under my business title. All right. So I realized that time really does fly. My birthday is in late August, so I'm going to get the details about that together so that I can present it inside of the group. So if you are a part of my group, look to the group for more information. If you want to attend, give me at least about 2 weeks. It is not going to be out of the country. It is not going to be expensive as crazy. This is going to be the first annual group retreat. Yeah, and so look to the group for more details about it. All right. So with that being said, happy Resurrection Sunday to you once again. Peace and blessings to you. I hope that you use this Resurrection Sunday to reflect and just continue to get in a healthier mind state for prosperity, for self-preservation, and for healing and elevation. Peace and blessings to you.